exclusive. The brother of the man who was killed when a Dallas police officer walked into the wrong apartment. We will hear from Brant Jean live in just a few moments. But first, Marcus Moore joins us from Dallas. Marcus, good morning to you. You spoke with two of those jurors who convicted Amber Geiger of murdering her neighbor.
Yeah, Cecilia, these two jurors gave us a glimpse of what it was like inside that jury room as they made this difficult decision. And they told me there were sleepless nights and a lot of tears.
I think that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
This morning, two of the jurors who found former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger guilty of murdering Botham Jean are speaking out.
There's no way we can ever know what he would want, but I think we all had to make a decision that we could live with and that our conscience could be sound with.
The diverse jury, made up of 8 women and 4 men, all of varying ethnicities, sentenced Amber Geiger to 10 years behind bars. These jurors telling us the decision was not an easy one.
There was a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
When we were told to go decide between 5 and life, that was like, we didn't have words.
Prosecutors were asking for 28 years.
They were.
You all landed at 10.
After hearing about how his family talked about him, he seemed like just the light in their lives, and he was kind and just caring and forgiving. And I told everyone, I was like, I'm really having a hard time with this because we all agree that it was a mistake, and I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want to forgive her. And I didn't feel like I had any right to speak for him, and he isn't there to talk for himself. But listening to how people talked about him, I felt like he would forgive her.
They asked for 28 years, and I'm going to be honest and true. I was like, I can't give her 28 years. I know a lot of people are not happy about the 10 years, but I felt like, for this case was not like any other case. You can't compare this case to any of those other officers killing unarmed black men. Those officers that killed unarmed black men, when they got out, they went back to living their lives. Amber Geiger, ever since she killed that man, she has not been the same. She showed remorse in that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
Can I give her a hug, please? Please?
It was this moment of grace and forgiveness to Geiger from Jean's brother Brant that has the jurors convinced they made the right decision.
We found out this morning about what his brother did, and it kind of helped us feel like we ended up with the right decision.
So one thing that Botham can teach us all is that we should all love each other instead of hate each other. And I honestly think that if Botham would have just got shot and not killed, I think he would have forgiven Amber Geiger.
And there was such a strong reaction to what Bo's brother did on the stand. In fact, Jean's sister, Alyssa, released a moving statement online saying, in part, what Brant did, I truly admire. I pray every day to get to the point of forgiveness, and he is already there.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS, the great millstone real well, and peace, love, and salutations to the Bayav Dawadada house of David. Alright, you just seen a clip there of was Eve. Alright, Eve and the serpent. Okay, the nigger woman and the devil, Satan, the adversary, and the two former chief adversaries of the so-called black man, the biggest stumbling blocks to the progression and the progress that the black man can make, all right, to this date remains to be the nigger woman, all right, and the so-called white man who's tag team partners and hell-bent on furthering, all right, and keeping the so-called black man suppressed, oppressed. It's almost sickening. It's almost sickening that, you know what? And it proves this black bitch said the hardest thing she's ever done was convict a racist murderer, you know? That was the hardest thing her being a so-called black woman in America, going through what she has to go through, just being a woman of color, a so-called woman of color, being an Israelite, all the hell, all right, living in the South, all the hell that she has to go through. For her to get on the news media and fix her lips to say that the hardest thing she ever had to do was to convict a fucking murderer, a racist murderer, is indicative, all right, to how wicked and demonic and satanic the so-called black woman is, man. She's the enemy to she's the adversary, she's the enemy, and quite frankly, you know, the Most High could kill every last single one of these goddamn nigger women because we really don't need them. We really don't need them. If the Most High, hypothetically speaking, killed every single black woman on the planet, it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. Nothing would change. The nation would still move forward. We'd still continue on, man. All right, we'll still continue on. We'll have off-sea regardless of what nationality the woman is. And regardless of what these nigger women say, Moses dealt with women. Moses, hey, if anybody who asks, anybody who has a problem with that statement, my question to you is, what tribe was Abraham's wife from? Or what tribe was Jacob's wife from? Or what tribe was Isaac's wife from? And if that's a trick question, then let it be. All right, those men were Israelite men, and their seed, all right, are Israelites, regardless of who they slept with. Okay, so I got a couple precepts, and I want to read this article, and this is gonna be real quick too, real quick. Really, some videos you watch and you just like, man, I gotta do a video response, video to this, but I gotta do a video response video to this. But when you read the scriptures, man, you see this relationship. You see this happening. You see this relationship being played out to this day perfectly. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, had the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Now, you know that serpent is talking about this devil that's sitting on this couch. And you know the nigger woman. Oh, this guy right here, pull him up. Oh, this guy's nice. He's a liberal. He's a nice white. He voted for Obama, you know, and it's what makes him the serpent that by a little sneaky little fucking devil. All right, and he said, "You should not eat of every tree of the garden." Now, mind you, this tree that the scriptures is talking about, this fruit, is not talking about a literal tree, but when you go into the tree of life and the tree of knowledge, you'll see that the Most High gave the law. The law was here from the beginning. When you go back to the story of Cain and Abel, the sacrifice that Cain gave was a wicked one because they had understanding of what the sacrifice was. All right, murdering and lying, those were all imputed. So those things were here from the beginning, though it was given later on literal stones. So when you go into the fruit, that's going into the wickedness. So anything that a woman does or tries to make you do that's against the law, all right, or against the commandments or against the statutes or the judgments, is her getting you to bite from that fruit, all right? And you know, the fruit is the action of some form of work, whether it be good or evil, okay? Every action has equal reaction to it. So when you do good things, that's what the scriptures say, you should know them by their fruit. Okay, so with this woman, she's not about justice. This bitch had the opportunity, along with these other jurors, these other so-called black jurors. Like I said, it was made up of eight women, 8 minority women, had the opportunity to fucking fry this bitch. Your king, your hero, Martin Luther King, she disrespected him. You had every opportunity to fry this bitch, but you didn't. But that was up to the Lord. That was up to the Lord, you know. That was the Lord's decision. But let me show you. I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you this real quick. Got another video queued up here.
Consecutively. White declined to say anything in the courtroom this morning, but Tim Burnett's sisters and brothers did not hold back, saying he does not deserve a second chance.
Joseph White Jr., you are a very bad man, very bad. If my God lets me, I will meet you at the gates of hell. That is where you belong.
See that? Now this is just a random different case in which, you know, Esau said the right thing. Esau said, if my God allows me, I'll meet you at the gates of the hell to put more hell upon you. Speaking about the murder of his family members. And that's the right spirit you should be in. Right? That's the right spirit you should be in. But our people are completely destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our women are completely done. You know, if you got a woman, all right, that's an Israelite woman that obliges by that obliges by you, not by the scriptures, because we know that they ain't, but she obliges by you. She's quiet, she stays at home, you know, she does what she got to do, you know, then so be it, you know, more blessings to you. If the shoe fit, wear it. But you know, the nigga woman, man, is fucking disgusting, man. The fucking nastiest fucking, just disgusting, man. Straight up, man. Shalom.